Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today is the day, well, sort of. We have thunderstorms today, so it is a race against time. I think they're gonna be here in the afternoon, but I'm not quite sure. So I'm gonna do as much as I can, as quickly as I can to get the anemone, and the ranunculus in the ground, as many as I can today. And then I don't know what that will do to the ground, if it'll be super muddy tomorrow, but hopefully I'll be able to finish the rest of the plants tomorrow and throughout this next week. I wanted to at least get something in the ground before April 1st, which is tomorrow. So I am hitting that goal, sort of. As you can see, all the plants are in our garage. It is not heated, it is not sealed well. It's probably 70 years old, so it does get cold in here. But we, like I said, are anticipating thunderstorms tonight, and we got down to 19 the night before last. So we just decided to put them in here for a couple nights before we could either get them down into the field or before the thunderstorms came. So let's get to it. I am so excited. Okay, soil here is heavy clay. And I think I've had some friends talk about their amendment process, and no matter what they do, the clay is just heavy and retains a lot of water, which could be good and bad. I'm not going to rototill, at least not with these beds. We probably will once it dries up a little bit, depending on what we're trying to get out when. But otherwise, we just have this homemade compost that we have over here. It's just mostly lawn clippings and house scraps. So it actually looks pretty good, and we have 2 bins of it. So yeah, I don't really know what I'm doing. We're just gonna wing it. I know that I really want to get everything in the ground sooner rather than later, so I'm just gonna start at it. But first, check out these tulips. This is gonna take longer than I thought. So this looks so good, and it's actually a little bit dry. So I think that will help with some of the water and stuff. I think it's looking good. It's nice, light, fluffy. I don't know, we might have a winner. So really quickly, something about our compost. So as I guess this channel is reaching more people, there are people who are watching some of my, I guess, back catalog, some videos that I did pretty inconsistently in 2001. And in some of those videos, I was talking about our compost. And some of the comments on that video were that the compost is too dry. That's the thing that I heard most often. And I think that's 100% correct. We do have this cover. It's just a tin roofing. We do have it over here. It does prevent most of the water from getting in there. And so we probably do need to come pretty frequently and add water, or add a lot more material that just has water in it, like a lot more lawn clippings and things like that. So moving forward, when we get out to the big farm, we really want to like put in those really big, like just a really big compost bin, like Charles Dowding. You've seen him and his compost if you know that channel. And yeah, that's something that we'll just have to keep in mind moving forward. But we're still learning about compost, and for our first couple years, just learning and playing around with it, and really just mostly dumping it in here and turning it once like a season. I'm pretty happy with the outcome, but you can see that there are eggshells and stuff that haven't broken down, and that's probably because there just wasn't enough water, enough heat. I don't know, but I'm pretty happy with what we've got. We've got, like I said, 2 bins, and these are 3 feet by 3 feet by probably 4 feet. So there's quite a bit in there. And this will really help us at least with the first couple beds. I don't know what the rest of the season is going to bring us, but I am like dying already. I am so tired. This is my 3rd wheelbarrow. I'm trying to break up some of the heavier, thicker, kind of like mud and soil that's next to the tulips. And I'm probably going to amend it just a bit with some of this compost. But honestly, I really just need to get the ranunculus in the ground. I think they'll be okay for this year. And like I said, this is our 2nd year. This is the first time doing ranunculus, and it's all a learning process. And so I'm just going to go for it. They really, really need to get out of their trays. They are huge and they are hungry, and it's time. So I'm going to finish up doing this, and I'll bring you along when I lay the landscape fabric and get everything going. Okay, I am literally like trudging through all of this mud. It is so thick and it's stuck all over my boots. Anyways, these are fiberglass rods. I'm not exactly sure how long they are, but this long, maybe like 3 feet, 36 inches. I don't know what the gauge is or the thickness is on these, so I'm sorry, but they were just the ones that were at our local, I don't know, tractor supply space, farm equipment space, Farm and Fleet. Anyways, you want to stick the end that has this like 45-degree angle cut in it. That's the side that's going to go into the landscape fabric. I don't burn holes for these. I've heard that you probably should, but I am just scared of that like torch thing. So I'm just going to do it this way. I don't have a hammer to like kind of pound them in, because you do want about 18 inches in the ground, and sometimes that can be a little tough. I'm hoping that the soil is soft enough that I can just really shove them in there, and then I can get the hoops slipped right on top. So let's get those in the ground. I'm gonna actually eyeball 7 feet because I don't know where our tape measure is, and I really don't want to try to find it. I am like exhausted, and I already know that I have like at least 3 or 4 trips back up this stinking hill. And so I'm gonna save my energy because I am dying. But I'm just gonna do about, I don't know, 3.5 paces, stick them in, and then it should work out. It'll be fine. So even though I am estimating the distance between each of the hoops, because I don't have my tape measure, I am wanting to make sure that the width is correct. And I'm using a string line to make sure that I don't put the fiberglass rods either too wide or too narrow, because then obviously they won't fit. This has been bent to have a 4-foot width, and we use a hoop bender that we got from Johnny's. I want to say it was like $110, maybe it was $170, I don't know, but it was worth it. It's really easy to do, and we made really quick work of all of this EMT conduit. So anyways, I'm going to stop talking. I am going to now guesstimate every 7 feet. I've got 11 hoops ready to get on here, and I am just ready to plant. I'm exhausted, but I know I can like feel the rain coming. It's coming, so I just want to make sure I finish. So enough of this. Let's go put on the rods and the hoops. I have got the fiberglass rods in. They're about every 7 feet. It worked out pretty good. The string line really helps to keep you on a nice 4-foot width. I think my camera is about to die, my phone is about to die, so I am going to say goodbye here. Thank you so much for watching. I will do another video of me planting out the ranunculus, hopefully, but like I said, I only have this phone to use. So if it dies, I won't be getting any of that footage because I need to get these out today. But thank you so much for watching. Thank you for being here. And I will end with me putting on these hoops. And that is how I set up one bed from beginning to end without the tilling. Usually I would till. We're trying to move towards the no-till like I've said in other videos, but this year we're just gonna do what we know so that we can not drown in all the things that we have to do. So tilling, compost, fabric, staples, string line and hoops, and fiberglass rods. Alrighty, we'll see you in the next video. I finished.